Yo, what's good, fam? Welcome to PNP. It is your boy Rashad, one half of PNP, and today it is the final entry into the Mock Draft Monday series. Thank goodness. This is it. Last one for the year of 2022. The draft is this coming Thursday, and so it's all over. And I cannot wait because I am sick and tired of all the rumors. I'm sick and tired of all the back and forth. There's no plan, quarterback, no quarterback. Dog, I'm just tired of talking about it. The Panthers are in a really sticky situation, and I just don't know where it's going to go. And it's like a weird draft for us because in years past, you kind of know what we're going to do. There's a couple of holes, what they're going to do to fix it. But with this situation, we have holes. There's a way to fix them, but everything is really fluid. Like, we don't know whether we're going to veteran quarterback, whether we're waiting for the draft. The Panthers are literally just waiting for the cards to fall and see how things go. And so that's where we are as a fan base. We have to sit back and wait. Now, in this particular mock draft Monday, I'm going to go over a few rumors that are out there right now before we get into it. And we're just going to kind of base this draft off of what I think is going to happen. This is what I think the Carolina Panthers are going to do on draft night, given what's going on and given all the rumors that are happening right now. Now, before we get into this, make sure that like button, subscribe button, notification bell, get in the comments, all that good stuff. If you want to help the channel out even further, go to underdogfantasy.com. Use the code PNP when you sign up. It helps the channel out tremendously. So if you're into, daily fantasy and pick'ems and all that good stuff, NBA, UFC, NFL, all that stuff is up there, bro. Hockey, everything. So if you want to go check that stuff out, check out Underdog Fantasy, and when you sign up, use the code PNP. It helps us out more than you know. All right. So now let's talk about a few rumors before we get into the actual mock draft. One of the biggest rumors out there right now, Adam Schefter just tweeted that multiple teams in the top half of the draft have made calls to try and trade back, and I'm assuming the Carolina Panthers are one of those. However, what he's saying is that the interest in moving back greatly exceeds any interest from teams trying to move up. And so when you have a draft that is the top 10, usually you have a consensus top 10. There are guys that you know for a fact they're going to go in the top 10. This year's draft, bro, we have no clue what's going to happen. It's like the weirdest draft because there's a lot of talent in this draft, but it's all like at the same level. There's really nobody outshining anybody greatly. There's just a bunch of good talent, and nobody knows where they're going to go. So the patient team, I feel like, is going to get a really good draft because they're going to sit back. They're going to wait for guys to fall to them. That's what's going to happen, I believe. So there's no need for you to trade up for a guy when you know that I'm going to get a decent guy anyway because teams are going to sit where they are and just take guys. So there's no need for anybody to kind of move up to try and get somebody unless it's for a quarterback and you think, and that's typically what happens. Typically what happens is that there's a very good quarterback that somebody wants to go get. They evaluate him. They feel good about it. They go get him. Well, this quarterback, class it's all over the place. Nobody really knows how these quarterbacks are being evaluated individually. It's all over the place. So yes, a team might get thirsty and want to trade up to move a quarterback, but really the consensus thought is that, none of these dudes is really ready. Like, all these guys are going to have to wait. There's no real day one impact for quarterback. This the consensus, not my opinion. That's the consensus thought out there. So, I just don't know that teams are going to be willing to trade back trade up. And even if they do decide to trade up, you're not going to get the haul that you thought you have because you really don't have any leverage because the talent is just not there. The overwhelming talent is just not there, right? So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with the draft on draft night. The other rumor that came out was that the Panthers are not expected to trade for Baker Mayfield. Well, no shit. I've been saying that for the longest time. Baker Mayfield is not going to be a Carolina Panther. And if he does happen to be a Carolina Panther, we will be it'll be super desperation at that point because neither one of us wanted each other. The Panthers don't want him, and he doesn't want to come to the Panthers. So at that point, it'd be both of us being desperate for each other. And that's a sad situation. So I don't see it happening. And I've been saying it for the longest. Mute the mainstream, bro. Shout out to J Tuck. Mute the mainstream turn that shit off because it's a bunch of nonsense. People trying to get clicks and views, and it just doesn't make sense. It never made sense. It doesn't make sense for both sides. All right. Now, all right. So let's go ahead and get this thing started. Again, I'm going using all of the information that we've gathered about people not wanting to trade back potentially. There's a deal can always be made, right? And I feel like you had to be prepared to not get that haul you were thinking you were going to get. People expecting us to get future first rounders and 5 and 6 picks. I don't think that's going to happen in this draft because I don't think the like I said, the consensus is not there for some, unless they fall in love with somebody, and which could happen, but I just don't know if that's going to happen. So let's start this draft and get it cracking. All right, so Malik Willis went second to the Lions, which could happen, right? Malik Willis could go number 2. The consensus or the top 5 goes as follows: Travon Walker, Malik Willis, Ahmad Gardner, Aiden Hutchinson, Evan Neal. But guess what, guys? We didn't get a trade offer. No trade offer happened, right? So again, it takes 2 to tango, and y'all know how trade happy this simulator is. And so if we're not getting a trade offer from this situation, then I don't expect us to get one draft night. But that's just my opinion. We tried to trade back last year too. We're gonna use up the entire clock to field all those offers, and I don't think we're gonna hear what we want to hear. And if the draft falls the way this falls, I think the pick is gonna be icky. It could be Charles Cross as well. Charles Cross is another hot name right now to the Panthers. They brought him in a couple of times, and Charles Cross again is a left tackle that he's a pass protecting left tackle, very, very good. And you know that Ben McAdoo wants to throw the rock, and so when you throw the rock, as much as Ben McAdoo wants to throw the rock, you got to have a very good pass protector, and that's what Charles Cross is. So don't be surprised if the Panthers take Charles Cross on draft night. All right, don't be surprised. Okay, another name is this: Ikem Ekwonu. Icky. Listen, I think Icky gives you flexibility at guard and left tackle. I think he's going to be an all-pro guard. If you stick him in a guard, he's going to be all-pro guard. But remember what James Campen said about Brady Christensen. He said that Christensen was a left tackle. Arm length or not, that's cap. He is a left tackle. That's what he said. And so if you think about it and you have those two battle and you have the best player playing left tackle, iron sharpens iron. So I think that's a good situation for either one. And I think it's the same applies for Charles Cross. The only thing with Charles Cross is that he doesn't have the guard flexibility that Ikem Ekwonu has. Icky, I believe, is going to be a perennial all-pro guard if down the road, if you not immediately, obviously, but maybe year 2, year 3, he could be an all-pro guard. He's nasty. So Charles Cross, I feel like, is a left tackle. When you talk about drafting guys and drafting them for what they are, then Charles Cross is going to be your guy. So I'm going to shake it up a little bit. I'm going to go, and I know some of y'all might not like this, but I took Icky last time. But I think the rumors and all the stuff around Charles Cross, there might be some smoke to it. Again, I don't take stock in a lot of rumors, but in this particular instance, I think Charles Cross might be the guy. And I know pick 9 is where he's at. He's projected at, but I think there's a lot of smoke to Charles Cross. I'm going to take Charles Cross at number 6. I know some of y'all not gonna like it, but this is not what I would do, because I would have taken Icky. But I think the Panthers, the way they feel, I think they might take Charles Cross at number 6. They want a pure left tackle, and I think that's what you're gonna get in Charles Cross. Again, I know that also that Matt Rule values position flexibility. So I don't think Cross gives you as much flexibility as position flexibility as Ikem Ekwonu, but that's not a bad thing either. You got a guy that play, and I say this all the time: get a guy that plays a position, stick him there, and see what happens. Like, don't get these guys that just are so good at everything, and then you can't decide where to put them. That's just not a good situation for either one of them. That's exactly what happened to Brady Christensen last year. Oh, you think he's a better guard than he is a left tackle? You put him at a guard, he's not as good. He plays better at left tackle. Now, there you go. So, all right. So the simulator wants us to trade up to 119. I don't know if I'm going to do that before a 7th round pick. I ain't mad at it. I don't know who's on the table. Let me see who's on the table right now. Zamir White, Beavers. Ooh, I like Beavers a lot because he also gives you pass rushing flexibility. I like Beavers a lot. I may do that. I like Beavers from Cincinnati. 6'4". I like him. I like him. Developmental starting middle linebacker. That's what I'm looking for too, because we don't need a guy that's going to start immediately. We need a guy that's going to develop. We have Corey Littleton. We might not have Damian Wilson, depending on how his situation. I don't know. That's not looking too good right now. But I will go ahead and trade up, because I like Beavers. I'm gonna send that offer. I'm gonna trade up. We're just giving him a 7th round pick. That's no biggie. No sweat off my back. So I'm gonna take Darion Beavers right here. Again, he's 6'4", gives you that pass rushing flexibility as well. You can stick him at edge rusher. Very similar to a very, very diet Micah Parsons. I'm not saying they are similar. I'm not saying that they're similar in talent. I'm just saying that they have very similar traits, is what I'll say about that. So I like Beavers. I'm rolling with Beavers. Now let's see, what else are we looking for here? We got another pick right here. Back-to-back picks coming up. I like Pierce. For a running back, I like Pierce a lot. I know we have Foreman, but I keep that one in the back pocket. Let's see here. Just looking at some interior offensive linemen here. Haskell Garrett, interior defensive lineman. That's solid there. Let's see. Romeo Dobbs, who I love at wide receiver. Dane Belton, I like him at Iowa. Charlie Kolar, Smoke Monday. I might have to take a look at Smoke. Again, they did talk about bringing another safety, so I may look at Smoke my next pick. But right now, Volston, I like this kid a lot out of North Dakota State. Again, he does offer the tackle flexibility, but he can move inside as well. Luke Fortner is also a guy I like. I'm looking for I'm looking for depth on offensive line. I know now that we have Crofts, I know the offensive line is set. I'm looking for depth, but we also need an interior defensive lineman as well. And I'm just not familiar with Matt Butler. Not as big as I would like. Pause. Let me see. Tyrese Robinson. Oklahoma always puts out good offensive linemen. Let me see what they talk about with him. Run a power run scheme or zone blocking scheme, left or right guard. Yeah, I like him. Between him and Fortner, let's see. Development center. I'm gonna roll with Fortner, because I'm looking for that potential backup center. I know we got some flexibility with Eflin. We have flexibility, and then we have Bozeman. I'm looking for a guy that can do it all. So I think Fortner can slide. Can he play guard? I'm sure he can play guard too. I'm pretty sure if you can play center, you can play guard. Let's see, 6'4", 307. Yeah, I'm gonna roll with Fortner here. I think Fortner is what I'm looking for. So I'm gonna go with Luke Fortner. I'm also gonna I'm gonna circle back around. I know y'all like Damon Clark. Man. And I know we need another boundary linebacker, athleticism. And man, Will linebacker. I know that's a good pick. I know we need more linebackers. I know that's a tough one. That's a tough one. That one may haunt me right there. But I think I'm gonna pick up. Let's take a look at Dane Belton. I like Belton. 3 safety, big nickel defense. That's what we're looking for. But I know Smoke brings the smoke. Rotational safety, which is exactly what we need. Can fit any defensive scheme, and of course special teamer. I like that. I'm picking Smoke Monday right here. Bringing the smoke. I wouldn't have been mad at Dane Belton either. But I like this draft. Again, considering what we have, considering the limited draft capital. And again, we cannot assume that we're going to trade back. I would love to trade back, but I don't. It takes 2 to tango. We talked about that earlier. I just don't know if we will have the participation to trade back. So we'll see. We'll see. All right. We got. Can we? All right. We can trade back a couple of picks and pick up. It's 2022 7th. I'm cool on that. Let's decline that. And let's see where we are. Looking at this. Wow, how did he? Nah, fam. He did not fall this far. Yo. Watermeyer did not fall this far, bro. Man. I like Verone McKinley too at safety. Man, these got some guys falling, bro. Cole Turner. All these guys are falling, man. I almost want to take a tight end off the strength. I just need to see who else is out here. There's some talent that fell. This is my last pick too, so I got to make it count. Just making sure I'm not missing anybody. Bubba Bolden. Alec Lynch. How did Alec Lindstrom fall this far, bro? Wow. Stuber. There's some guys whose draft stock is just tanking according to this. I mean, obviously, this is just a simulator, but geez. LeBron Ray, interior defensive lineman. I might take a look at that because we did not pick one, and I also did not pick an edge. Let me see who's at edge. I love this Alex Wright kid. I pick him all the time. Interior defensive lineman, LeBron Ray and Tyler Humphrey. Ooh, 6'5", 350. I'm rolling with that. I want to roll with that off the strength. Let's see. It's some good picks here. At this 6th round pick. I need to make it count though. Watermeyer is intriguing, man. Cole Turner, tight end, also intriguing. Mike linebacker. Some more linebacker depth. Ross from Michigan. This is a hard pick, actually. All right, I got to make it count. Let me make this pick. All right. Job, again, very good cornerback, bro. Alec Lindstrom is so good too, man. But I picked up, let me see. I picked up Fortner. So I'm not going to do that. Man, we're going to walk away with 5 picks. Let's see here. I just feel like there's so many good guys. I want a defensive guy. Alex Wright, I think he just has a lot of traits. But I also need an interior defensive lineman. But I also need linebacker depth. This is a lot. I don't know much about this kid. But man. I'm going to go out on a limb and pick up this cat, Tyler Humphrey. I'm going to go out on a limb. I know y'all might kill me for that, but that's okay. I'm going to have to go check some of his film out. Because I don't know much about him. But 6'5", 350. Going to plug up the interior. And we need some more rotational guys, man. I know we got those guys. But, again, I'm not the only person that thinks that. Because, our defensive coordinator, Phil Snow, said the same thing. So he said we needed another linebacker, we needed another safety, and we need another guy on the defensive line. That's what I did. So don't kill me for it in the chat. All right. So again, I think this is a solid draft considering back in other situations, but we don't have those valuable day 2 picks that we had last year, and we were able to continue to roll those back. And I really think we might walk away with 5 or 6 guys just because we may not have any trade partners. But that's what it is. Again, guys, let's look forward to the draft. Make sure y'all tune in. Make sure y'all tune in for our draft party. It's going to be lit. We're going to go live on Thursday night. We may go live Friday night. It depends how the draft goes. If we don't, because we're not going to have any picks, we may just kind of sit there and live react to the picks that are happening. I don't know, but we'll see. I know a lot of Panthers fans may not tune in. We could trade back up. You never know what happens, but stay tuned. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Make sure you subscribe so you know exactly what's going on. Thank you guys for all your support. We appreciate it. I know I've been a little bit quiet, but it's just because I've been frustrated and I don't want to give my opinion on every little rumor because I get tired of chasing rumors. So make sure, again, like, subscribe, notification bell, get in the comments. I'm out. See y'all tonight. Peace.